Hey, what's up, guys? My 400 subs Q&A video live from New Zealand, Australia, and the United States of America with
John. Hey
WWE
guys.
fan. Oh, okay. You go first, John.
Okay, I'm John. I'm one of Mark's friends.
Yep, and
I am WWE fan0599. You've seen, maybe if you guys know his channel, you've seen me comment on his reviews, and I'm a good friend of his. He supports my channel a lot. Like I always say, he's my biggest supporter on my channel, and I'm happy that you have 400 subscribers. You definitely deserve it, man. You're a great reviewer, so yeah, thank you for having me on.
Congrats, man.
Thank you, guys. You guys are awesome. This video is for all of us, though. Okay?
Yes.
So, we'll go on to answer all of the YouTube questions first. And don't worry, we'll answer the Facebook questions at the end of the video. So, we decided to tell you now so you won't be like, hey, you didn't answer my questions, what the hell? And then I'd be like, well, we were going to answer them at the end. And then you'd be like, well, you should have said that.
Mark,
and then
the Q&A.
Alright. So, so we're on the questions page for YouTube.
Yes.
So, since he was the first to post questions, we will start with Josh Andrews. So, can you guys see his comments on YouTube?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Question 1. If you could pick one and only one movie to take with you to watch on a desert island, what would it be and why? So, I'll answer this question first, and then WWE fan answers next, then John answers next, right?
Alright.
Yep.
Okay, in that order, okay?
Alright.
Okay. So, one film to take with me on a desert island. I don't want to say my favorite movie of all time just because, I mean, just because it's my favorite movie doesn't mean it's the one I'd want to take with me, You guys know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, one movie, I guess, I'd have to say either Inception or Fight Club.
Okay.
So, those would probably be, or Pulp Fiction. Any of those three, I'll take with me. Any one of those three. So, what about you, WWE fan?
I am going to be that person that does the cliche thing and pick their favorite movie, but I just have to, because if I'm going to be completely honest with myself, if I'm going to pick one movie to take with me on the desert island, it would be Toy Story, because, like I said, it's my favorite movie of all time, and I could watch that film on numerous occasions. So yeah, I go with Toy Story.
What about you, John?
Okay, I've got so many movies, but if I had to pick one or two, I'd say the first Matrix movie and The Dark Knight.
Awesome. So that's your first question answered there, Josh. And don't worry, we'll answer the question you asked on Facebook at the end, like I said. So, you guys ready for the next question?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, question 2. What do you consider to be the best movie ever made, preferences aside?
What does he mean by preferences?
He said preferences aside.
Yeah, what does he mean by that?
like your favorites.
Okay.
Okay, best movie of all time, preferences aside, is The Dark Knight.
Yeah. Um. But I am not going to say my favorite movie of all time because Toy Story is, to me, one of the best movies ever made. To me, it's the best animated film ever made, but I don't think it's the best movie ever made. To me, the best movie ever made is The Empire Strikes Back. That is, to me, the best movie ever made. That, like, once you watch that, you're like, that is not only a movie, but something else completely. It's just a fantastic movie. I love that movie to death, and I do think it is the best movie ever made. To me, The Empire Strikes Back is the best movie ever made.
Can I just say something?
Yes.
Okay. To be serious with my answer, I'm gonna say The Godfather is the best movie ever made, and I'm not just saying that because it's The Godfather. But if you see, there was this documentary on the bonus disc for the Godfather Blu-ray set, and it showed you like all the stuff they went through to get the movie made, talking about the right director to choose, the right actors, like, and the impact it had in cinema, stuff. So that's my serious answer. But to me, as for The Dark Knight, I was joking before because it's my favorite movie of all time. But you gotta say that is one of the best movies ever.
Oh, it definitely is one of the best movies ever made.
I mean, you gotta put it at least top 5 of all time.
I put it personally in the top 10. That's just me, but that's still high.
I mean, just because it's not 2 trillion years old like Citizen Kane doesn't mean it's not one of the best movies ever,
yeah,
right?
Exactly. It doesn't have to be like 20, 15 years old to be one of the best movies ever made,
Exactly.
Like, people are considering Mad Max Fury Road as one of the best action films ever made, and that came out, what, a few months back? So...
2 months ago.
Exactly. So, it doesn't have to be 50 years old to be considered one of the best movies ever made. So...
What about you, John?
There's been so many great movies, but I'd have to go on with WWE fan on this one, The Empire Strikes Back. Just, you watch that movie and instantly it's probably one of the best movies made of all time. And plus it's Star Wars.
Exactly.
Yes.
Alrighty then. So,
And plus, I haven't seen The Godfather, but I highly doubt, to me, it will beat The Empire Strikes Back for best movie ever made. But you never know.
I have seen The Godfather, but that was like years ago when I probably wouldn't remember half the stuff that happened.
Alright, next question.
Next question.
Okay. What movie sequel do you anticipate to be made, but probably will never happen?
I already know my answer.
Okay. My one is The Dark Knight 4. What do you guys think?
To me, Dread 2. I think it will never be made. But I anticipate that so much because Dread was one of the most surprisingly awesome movies. Like, that was an awesome action film. That was great. Was way better than what that piece of garbage Sylvester Stallone movie was. It was just a great movie, but it didn't make that much money at the box office, and I'm afraid we'll never get a sequel.
Due to shitty marketing.
Exactly, and and I think we'll never get a sequel to Dread, and that definitely was what is, to me, Dread 2 is definitely, to me, a sequel that I anticipate the most, but will never be made.
And regarding The Dark Knight 4, I mean, personally, I'd like to see Christopher Nolan take on the Riddler, of course. starring Leonardo DiCaprio as the Riddler, which I think would be awesome, and bring Catwoman back, and Mr. Freeze and Harley Quinn. Those are the villains I'd want. What do you guys think of those villains?
Those are cool.
Good picks.
Yeah, cool.
I swear, if Christopher Nolan announced the fourth Batman film, I would probably have a heart attack.
You probably would die. Like, I was just about to say that. You probably would die.
I'd probably
Yeah.
cry of happiness.
And I'll see that movie, like, in IMAX.
Yeah.
I've never seen a movie in IMAX, actually.
If this was years ago, I probably would have said Star Wars Episode 7, but since that's happening, of course, so...
Okay, so, John, what's your answer?
Again, I'm gonna have to go with WWE fan on this one again. Dread 2, because that was just an awesome action movie all around, and due to shitty marketing, the movie didn't make enough money at the box office, and then that led to it not making much money, no sequel, sadly. So I'd love a sequel to Dread. Never going to happen, though.
Which is sad.
Exactly.
Dread was. It was.
Yes, it was.
So, are we ready for the fourth question?
Yes, next
Yep.
question.
Okay. Wait. John.
Hmm?
Just wondering, do you watch WWE, or have you watched it?
I haven't watched it in some while, I will say that.
Do you think you would have watched it enough to be able to answer wrestling questions, do you think?
I should be able to.
Okay, cool. Because, fourth question, does the absurdity in WWE ever make you question if it's real or fake? The theatrics before and after the fights is what I mean. I'm not referring to the actual fights. Now, to be honest, guys, I don't really understand this question. So, I'll just say this. We all know wrestling is scripted, right, guys?
Yes. It's like your everyday TV show you would see.
Yes, I mean, so what if it's scripted? People are gonna say like, "Oh, it's fake," so it automatically sucks. Well, I guess The Godfather, Star Wars, and Lord of the Rings suck just because they're fake too, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I guess Game of Thrones isn't shocking just because it's fake.
Exactly.
I saw someone wrote this comment, like saying, never mind. I'll say it. Saying that wrestling is fake, and then I said, it was about the Undertaker's streak ending, and he said, so what? So what if it ended? It's scripted, and then I said, I guess Game of Thrones isn't shocking at all just because it's scripted. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So, and plus, there are some real things that have happened in wrestling. I mean, people do really get hurt at points,
Yeah.
I mean, and look at a certain wrestler who WWE forgot about. He died from doing certain wrestling moves, right?
Yeah.
I'm referring to Chris Benoit, by the way.
Yeah, the circumstances were he did the diving headbutt so much, like, he actually would headbutt the person, like, do the actual headbutt, and that's what messed up his brain a lot.
Yep. And as a result, he murdered his wife and son and then killed himself. True story.
Yeah.
Which is sad.
Yeah.
So, WWE fan, do you want to officially answer that question?
Like I just said, basically, I kind of just answered it. Like, you know, we all know it's scripted. We all know that, it's like a TV show, but people really should stop telling us, like, every second of the day that it's fake. We get it. We don't need people like you telling us that it's fake every single day.
I mean, can I just say something?
Yes,
I mean, who are they to tell us what we can and cannot enjoy, right?
exactly. You know? And I
Yeah, but
remember, like, at school and stuff, people would make fun of me for watching wrestling because it was fake. I'm like, well, all the movies you watch, all the TV shows you watch, they're fake too, but you're not complaining about that, right?
Exactly.
So, yeah, and I've always loved wrestling. Well, not always loved wrestling. I started back in 2009, but ever since I got into wrestling, I've loved it. And I might be not as invested as I was back then, but I still love watching it, and I still love playing the games and stuff. So yeah.
So, how about your answer, John?
yeah, like as we all do know, it is scripted, but you can still enjoy it even though it's scripted. Like it doesn't have to be over realistic or overly fake to enjoy it. So I still get a enjoyment out of it when I watch it.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so those are all of Josh's YouTube questions, and don't worry, man. We'll get to your one Facebook question at the end. So
Yeah.
yep. So we'll answer whose questions next. Um, should we answer Ben's questions next?
Oh
Ben,
yeah.
where is Ben? Ben,
Blu-ray Ben.
yeah, sure.
Even though the third question only I can answer, obviously.
Yes.
Do you see it?
Yes, I see it.
And I guess John could answer it too, since he's pretty much my neighbor.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can't
but
because I can't because I'm from America, so I can't really answer it.
Okay, so I guess we'll get on with Blu-ray Ben's questions. He has 3 questions. What was your favorite movie of 2014? Um, it's pretty obvious, but it's Interstellar. Okay, and yes, I do ride Christopher Nolan's dick non-stop.
yeah.
So, yep, that's my favorite movie of 2014. No contest. Second would be X-Men: Days of Future Past, and third would be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for me. So,
Awesome.
what about you, WWE fan?
Yeah, at least you admit it. Like you're like not hiding or anything. You're just like, yeah. So what? um, my favorite movie of 2014 was Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. That was by far my favorite movie of last year. It was just such a phenomenal film, in my opinion. Just really character driven, a very great script. Caesar, by far, Andy Serkis to me last year gave the best performance of any actor, in my opinion, last year. And it's a shame that the Academy won't nominate him for an Oscar just because it's a motion capture performance, which is absolute garbage. And
Agreed.
I personally think the movie, like, I know they would never nominate this film for Best Picture, but if I was running the Oscars, I put my vote ballot for this movie because it was by far better than any film I saw last year. So yeah.
I mean, it didn't need over the top action to make it awesome. It was character driven enough.
Yeah, it was a summer film that didn't need sure there was action in the film, but it wasn't every second of the movie.
Exactly.
So yeah, by far Dawn of the Planet of the Apes was my favorite movie of last year.
So, what about you, John?
Definitely Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. That was probably one of the best movies I've seen last year. Second, I'll say Interstellar because that was amazing. Also, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah! Someone else loves that movie.
Yes, I will say the movie did have its minor nitpicks, but it was enjoyable. My only major nitpick, the movie could have been much longer.
Agreed. Plus,
I guess since everybody's doing second, third, I guess I'll do it too. My second favorite was Interstellar. I did think it was a great movie, like everyone else is saying here. It was a great movie. Definitely a very great space movie in my opinion. And third, a movie that a lot of people would not have not even I don't think would have on their best list, but I don't care. I loved this movie. This is one of those movies where I don't get the hate for it. Godzilla. Godzilla was like the definition of a blockbuster. Like, that was my favorite theater experience of last year. Just seeing that, it was sitting down in the theater and watching that film was just epic. That was just awesome. I get, oh, it didn't show enough Godzilla. Do you want him popping up every second of the movie? I love that we got the tease. It wasn't like, what, do you want Undertaker versus John Cena in the beginning of WrestleMania? No, you want to save that for the main event. So that's why, I like that they saved the final fight as this long, awesome battle. And I did like all the characters in Godzilla. So yeah, I thought Godzilla was a great movie and was my third favorite movie of last year. So yeah.
Wow, now that you think about it, when you mentioned Taker versus Cena being the start of WrestleMania, you're right. It shouldn't be this beginning. Right?
Exactly. So yeah, thank you. Someone that agrees, it's like that. You don't want the huge match to be the opening.
Exactly.
Unless it's like Bret Hart versus Owen Hart and Triple H versus Daniel Bryan are exceptions, right?
Yeah. Well, Triple H versus Daniel Bryan, whoever wins, got to move on to the main event later on. So it wasn't like, they had to take some breathers at least, I
mean, it would have made sense because that one of them would have had to fight in the main event, right?
Yes.
So gives them lots of time to heal and recover.
Exactly.
Okay.
Alright, so, next question.
So, while John's talking on the phone, we'll answer his next question, and then we'll just talk about that question until John gets back, right?
Yes.
So that he can answer it himself.
Yes.
Sorry. Question 2. What is your favorite movie franchise?
I already think I know your answer, but and I know my answer too. So,
how many times are people going to ask this? It's so obvious. The Dark Knight trilogy. No contest. Best movies ever. 3 masterpieces, directed by the best director ever, starring the best actor ever, with the best score ever. You get the picture. Of course, all of those are in my opinion.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yep. So, what do you think of my answer, WWE fan?
Oh, great answer, definitely. The Dark Knight trilogy to me is the best superhero trilogy ever made. It is, honestly, honestly, name another superhero trilogy that's better than the Dark Knight trilogy. So, yeah, you can't because there's just nothing better. So, in my opinion, of course. But my favorite film franchise of all time, this is obvious for me, the Star Wars franchise, sure. The first 2 prequels are not good, but set aside that, the original trilogy and Episode 3 are great films, and especially the original trilogy. Like you said about the Dark Knight trilogy, Mark, 3 masterpieces in one trilogy. To me, they're all A+ movies. that is one of the two trilogies to only get all 3 A+ from me in a trilogy, and that's it. This and the Toy Story trilogy, that's it. Those are the only films to get all 3 films to get A+ in the same trilogy. So Star Wars is by far my favorite franchise and the one I grew up on the most. So yeah.
Wow, so Dark Knight trilogy is not one of those trilogies that have all 3 films.
I only have one problem with Batman Begins, and that was Kay Holmes as Rachel. That's it. Besides that, Batman Begins is an absolute amazing origin story. So yeah.
All right. So are you ready, John? You back?
Yep. Sorry about that.
Okay. Glad you're back. So the question was, what's your favorite movie franchise? Me and WWFan have already answered it.
Right. I can think of maybe 2 or 3 or 4. That will be the Dark Knight trilogy, Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Lord of the Rings, and The Hobbit.
The Hobbit, underrated trilogy in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
Have not seen them yet, so cannot judge. But yeah, it seems like those movies do get a lot of hate.
Hold on.
I mean, they're nothing compared to the original trilogy, but hate some.
Not everything is going to be as great. Like especially with a trilogy like that, you got a lot to live up to. But it doesn't have to be better than that.
Yeah.
So
next question.
Okay, the next question that is the only I can answer really. Hey.
Yes.
Yeah.
But since John is my neighbor living in Australia, he can answer too. Pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Like answer for himself, like his own country. Yeah. So, WWFan, you can go get a drink, go to take a wee or something while we answer.
I'll have to. Maybe I could just go to the bathroom, I guess, really quick. So yeah, I'll be back.
Okay. So guys, wwefan0599 will be back shortly. So this next question. You ready, John?
Yep.
Okay. Ben's third question. If I were to go to New Zealand, what is the best places to visit? Okay, I'll answer this first, okay?
Yep.
2 places that I could think of. One of them is Auckland. That's I'll put the video on a screen share for me so that you can see what it's all about. As you can see right here, this is Auckland. It's pretty much New Zealand's Sydney, if you can really think about it. A lot of celebrities have been here. You can do base jumping, and museums, and you can skydiving, and there's amusement parks. This place has the only amusement park in New Zealand, so that's pretty much like how it is. And the second place I could think of is Waitomo Caves, as you can see here. Yep. Yep, that's a real place. This is a real place. Yep, guys, I live here.
Oh, whoops. 1 second.
You can see a picture of that. I've been there myself, actually. So yes, Auckland, the city of Auckland. Even though the people there are kind of douchebags.
Oh.
Even though the people in Auckland are kind of douchebags.
Alright, I'm back.
Cool. You can still go there. And yep. So John, we'll kind of change that question around for you. So
Yep.
John, if someone was to go to Australia, what is the best place places to visit?
Well, beans I've only remained in one part. That would be Melbourne, Australia, where I live. Just great part. We've got a huge city, like, and the food and all the people are just great, and we get occasional dickheads of a night time and all that, but as long as you keep to yourself, you'll be fine. So yeah, Melbourne, Australia.
So any other places you'd like to mention?
I haven't been there myself, but I have heard Queensland, Australia.
And John, I know this is a little off topic, but you know a certain someone who lives there, right?
I think so.
In Queensland?
Oh yeah.
Say it.
I know what you mean.
You want to say it? Do you want to say
Nah, it's all good.
it? I wonder if do you realize who I'm talking about, WWE fan?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Nah.
We won't mention who that is, though, out of respect, right?
Yeah. And
So-
I guess no, like I'm not trying to brag about America, about America, but if I were to answer this question, it would take me about like maybe 3 hours to name all the places.
Alrighty. So those are all of Ben's questions answered.
Yes, they are.
So we'll move on to I guess Paul Reviews questions, who also has 3 questions, and I think all of us could pretty much answer these ones. So
Yes.
You guys ready?
Yep.
Yes.
Question 1: could you make a video on your favorite Undertaker WrestleMania matches? Maybe. I have something planned for next year for WrestleMania season, like a ton of videos. So,
I already know what you're doing. By the way.
Wait, can you say it?
Yeah, because you've told me already.
Wait, what? What was it?
That
Say
you're doing reviews of a certain something.
What?
That you're doing reviews of a certain pay-per-view.
Oh, so you're trying to keep the surprise?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about dirty stuff or something.
Okay.
And we have 3 viewers. That's awesome.
Yeah, well, I can't check the viewers, so... But that's awesome.
Okay, we have 2 viewers now. Someone just... Never mind.
Okay.
So, could you... So, oh, wait, I didn't answer the question, did I? No, I didn't. About doing that video... Oh, wait, yes, I did. Yeah, I'll consider it. I'll consider it, my friend. So, would you do that video, WWE fan?
I don't know, but I can tell you what my favorite Undertaker WrestleMania matchup is. The one from WrestleMania 25. With him versus Shawn Michaels.
That's pretty much everyone's number 1, right?
Yeah, I know, it's the cliche number 1, but who cares? That was a great match. That to me, it might be one of my favorite, like in my top 5 favorite WrestleMania matches of all time, so...
So, Johnny Boy,
Yep.
would you do that video?
Yeah, even though I will have to catch up on my Undertaker WrestleMania matches. Yeah.
Dude, so you're gonna watch 23 matches?
Oh God. Yeah, I suppose.
Right, WWE fan?
Yes, 23 matches.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
uh,
Shows how long I haven't watched much wrestling. Crap.
but trust me, all of Undertaker's WrestleMania matches from WrestleMania 23 up to WrestleMania 29 are all amazing, right?
Exactly. Just 30 and 31 were not the best, and some of the ones from these earlier WrestleManias.
And the ending of the match at WrestleMania 30 shocked the hell out of everyone, right?
Dude, it was one of the most shocking things ever of last year. It was that, spoiler for Arrow season, certain something that happened in Arrow season 3. Yeah, those are the two really, are the most, like, the ones where I was like Jerome would say, frozen like a vegetable.
Oh. And what was I gonna say? So yeah, after the WrestleMania 30 Undertaker match ended, well, me personally, I was just waiting for some excuse for the match to still be on or something, you know?
Yeah.
Like, during the Divas match, after that, I wasn't even paying attention because I was too shocked. I was still thinking about the streak ending.
Me too. I was just like, what's going on? Like, is this real life?
Yep. And the main event that night was awesome. Not just because of the match itself, but because Randy Orton, Batista, and Daniel Bryan had to get the crowd back up after the streak ended because they were pretty much
exactly.
dead.
It was like, how are we going to follow up from that? You know.
And they did it.
And they did. You know. So yeah, that's great.
It was an amazing back and forth triple threat match.
That was my favorite match from the pay-per-view, honestly.
I'd say Daniel Bryan, Triple H, still. But, that was an amazing match, in my opinion.
Yeah, that was a great match, too. So
I actually think that's the best match of Daniel Bryan's WWE career.
Oh, really? Okay.
Second being versus CM Punk at Over the Limit.
That's actually my first, so...
But we're getting way off topic now, right?
Yes, we are. Okay,
Yes.
Next question.
What are some movies you think are underrated? Detroit Rock City. I freaking love that movie.
I actually did watch that movie. That's actually a really funny movie. Like, it's just these dudes that want to get to a Kiss concert.
Yeah, you watched it.
Yes, I actually have watched it, so...
Did you watch it, like, before I put it on my list?
Yes. Yeah, once you said the Detroit Rock City, I knew, I was like, oh yeah, I watched that movie one time. That was good.
Yep. And, yep, I watched the movie. I personally love it. I don't know why people don't praise it more. I thought it was awesome. So,
Okay.
Wait, what was the question again? Oh, yeah, underrated movie.
Yes.
Another one, Friday. Have you guys seen that movie, Friday?
I haven't seen it, but I know some.
Bits of it.
I haven't seen it, but I know some of the quotes from it. You got knocked up.
And it's got and it turned out Debo was still in prison. Oh wait, I spoiled it. Sorry, because we saw him in The Dark Knight, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So Detroit Rock City, Friday. What else? What else? What are some other underrated movies? I guess Monsters University. I actually thought it was as good as the first Monsters Inc.
Oh, I thought it was amazing, dude. It was by far the best animated film of 2013.
Yeah, me too.
Frozen, take notes.
So I pretty much answered the question already. So what about you, WWE fan?
I've got 5. Constantine with Keanu Reeves, I think, is very underrated. I really enjoy that movie. I think it's a really good movie, a very awesome supernatural type film. And I thought Keanu Reeves was really good as Constantine. R.I.P.D. with Jeff Bridges and Ryan Reynolds. I really enjoyed that movie. I don't get why people hate it.
Yay, someone else likes that movie.
Yay. Van
Who does?
Helsing.
Sorry?
What?
Wait, who likes that movie, John?
I do.
Oh, okay.
Van Helsing with Hugh Jackman. I really enjoyed that movie as well. I know Mark prefers that PS2 game over the movie, but I really enjoyed that. I thought it was a really good movie. The Punisher with Thomas Jane. If you guys know me, I love The Punisher, and I love this adaptation of The Punisher. It was definitely a great adaptation. I do not get the hate for The Punisher. And my number one would probably be Dude, Where's My Car? That's my favorite comedy of all time. And it's kind of like with Mark with Detroit Rock City. Why don't people talk about this movie more? Because it's so awesome. So yeah.
Indeed. So, what about you, Johnny boy?
A movie I watched recently that was released this year, Jupiter Ascending. I mean, that was just a good action sci-fi movie. It didn't, in my honest opinion, it didn't deserve all the hate it got. R.I.P.D., another really good movie that didn't deserve all the hate. Yes, it was kind of a Men in Black thing, but it done it better than the Men in Black movies. What else? Just trying to think. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, 2014. That movie still doesn't deserve all the hate it gets. And that's all I can think of.
Okay.
Surprised you didn't put that on your list, Mark.
Wait, which movie?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2014 version.
Well, now that I think about it, I think I'll talk about that now, if you guys don't mind.
Yeah, sure.
Go right ahead.
Yep, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I love that movie. To be honest, I think people hate it just because it's Michael Bay. I mean,
Well, think he only produced it. He didn't even really direct it. If anybody should blame anybody, blame the director if you hate the film. John, whatever his name was.
Yep. And I just thought it was fun as hell. And Shredder actually scared me in theaters when I saw it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I actually think the second movie could actually be really good. Like,
because it has Stephen Amell and Sheamus.
Yes, it has my boy Stephen Amell as Casey Jones, and yes, surprisingly, Sheamus is playing Rocksteady, right? He's playing Rocksteady.
Yep.
We'll stop the Ninja Turtles, fella.
And that explains, and I know exactly why the reason he has the nose ring is because of that movie.
Wait, so he wears it in the ring?
Yes.
I didn't notice, actually.
He just put, I think he just put it on Battleground.
Oh, I heard the commentator say that, I think.
Yeah, because I think Rocksteady has a nose ring, so that's cool.
Yep.
Agree. Really good movie. Like, yes, it did have its few minor nitpicks here and there.
Yeah. Plus, you gotta admit, Megan Fox looked hot as hell.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, I don't find her attractive. That's just me.
I got a boner in the theater. Too much information.
Too much information. Alright, next question.
So, Paul's third and final question. Favorite movie with your favorite actor? The Dark Knight, starring Christian Bale. Funny thing, my favorite movie of all time stars my favorite actor of all time and is directed by my favorite director of all time.
Wait, hold on. Let me pause that for a second. Okay.
What?
I said let me process that for a second.
Yeah, that's my answer. Oh, wait, my second favorite Christian Bale movie, Dark Knight Rises. Third favorite, Batman Begins. Fourth favorite, American Psycho, which is my seventh favorite movie of all time. And fifth, how do you pronounce it? The Machinist.
The Machinist.
The Machinist. Yeah, I saw that movie, and it was pretty freaky. Damn, but it was still
Yeah,
awesome.
He got bone skinny for that movie.
Yeah, I was like, that guy played Batman. You know?
Exactly. My favorite movie star, my favorite actor, would be Taken, with my favorite actor Liam Neeson. Taken is just such an awesome action film. It's one of my favorite action films of all time. It is just so awesome. It's a simple plot and something we've seen before, but they do it in such a kind of unique and awesome way. Like, who doesn't love that awesome phone call scene? If you're looking for a ransom, I can tell you I don't have any money, but what I do have are a very particular set of skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. You let my daughter go now, nothing will happen with you. I will not look for you, but if you don't, I will find you, and I will kill you. I mean, he's just so awesome in that movie, and that's by far my favorite movie from Liam Neeson. So yeah.
So what about you, John? What is your favorite?
This is a tough one because I've seen so many great movies, but I am gonna have to go with The Dark Knight and Christian Bale.
So your answer's the same as mine.
Yeah, pretty much.
Awesome.
I mean, The Dark Knight is probably one of the best movies I have seen, in my honest opinion. And Christian Bale as Batman was just phenomenal, and Ben Affleck better bring his A game.
Yeah, Ben Affleck because he's got some large shoes that will come through this roof. That's how much he has to fill.
Exactly.
I don't think he'll be better than Christian Bale, but that's just me, you know.
So okay. So those are all of Paul's questions answered. Thank you, Paul, for asking those questions. So I guess we'll get to these next questions from how do you pronounce this name? Trova Corcoran. I hope I pronounced that right. Can you see the questions?
Yes.
All three of these are wrestling questions, by the way. But yeah. So we're gonna answer Trova's questions. First question: who is better, Shawn Michaels or Bret Hart? In my opinion, Bret Hart is by far the better wrestler, but Shawn Michaels, as an overall entertainer, is better, in my opinion. Plus, Shawn Michaels mixes better with other wrestlers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he could have a great match with the broomstick. Seriously.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, what about you, WWE fan?
You practically just said what I was about to say. Shawn Michaels, like you said, it can have a wrestling match with the broomstick. It will still be a 5-star match because that's how much Shawn Michaels is a great wrestler. He's my second favorite wrestler of all time. And honestly, I do think he's better than Bret Hart, and that's just me. So, yeah.
Wait, what do you think of what I said, though, about Bret Hart being a better wrestler?
Yeah, he's a better technical wrestler than Shawn Michaels, but in terms of who I think can, put on a better match and stuff, I think Shawn Michaels could.
Personally, overall, I like Bret Hart more. He is my second favorite wrestler of all time, behind John Cena. Yeah.
Awesome.
So what about you, John? Could you answer this question?
Yeah, well, definitely Shawn Michaels. I mean, as you guys said, he can have a fight with a broomstick and it'll be amazing. And just he's great in the ring. He's great out the ring. He's got probably the best sense of humor as well. So definitely Shawn Michaels.
Okay, so it looks like you and WWE fan agree. We all pretty much agree, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll get to Trevor's next question. What is the top 10 worst matches you have seen? Wow, I don't think I could think of 10, but I'll just say whatever comes up at the top of my head. Okay? You guys ready?
Oh,
Yep.
the worst match I've ever seen, but
Okay. From the top of my head, Akabano versus Big Show from WrestleMania 21.
oh, that match sucked.
Who wants to see Big Show in a diaper?
Nobody.
And that match followed a masterpiece like Kurt Angle, Shawn Michaels, which is a shame.
Yeah, good. If it followed it up, so we could just talk about Shawn Michaels versus Kurt Angle.
Yep. So, other worst matches, Undertaker versus King Kong Bundy from WrestleMania 11.
There's another Undertaker match that was terrible.
What else? Most Divas matches, pretty much.
Yes.
What else? Damn. I'm gonna cheat, okay? I'm gonna search up worst wrestling matches on Google.
I might pass on this one because I haven't really watched that much wrestling of late.
Well, I understand that, man.
Yeah.
Let's see. Just wait for this dumb page to load up. Any match between Great Khali and Kane?
Oh yeah, that feud was really bad.
Yep.
Like a single port Kane match, really?
Damn.
Remember that from Breaking Point?
Yes, I do. Thank God for the I Quit match between Cena and Randy Orton that night. I'll just say that.
My favorite match from that night was actually DX versus Legacy in that awesome submission to count anywhere match.
Well, the main reason I love the I Quit match more was mainly because it was my favorite wrestler in there, you know?
Yeah, but I just love anywhere that has to do with like count anywhere where they just go all out all over the building.
Yes, those matches are so much fun, right?
Exactly, and that's exactly what they did. They went all over the place.
Yep.
Who remembers the spot where Shawn Michaels falls off like the staircase and lands through that table or whatever?
Dang.
So yeah. Definitely, that's an underrated pay-per-view. That was a great pay-per-view.
Indeed. I thought of other matches, but I forgot. Oh, it's coming back. Michael Cole versus Jerry Lawler from WrestleMania 27.
Oh, that is one of the worst WrestleMania matches ever.
And Jerry Lawler lost. What the hell?
Exactly.
And another one. I can only think of one more. Sorry. Brett. I can't believe I'm saying this because it's my second favorite wrestler ever. But this match sucked. Went on for way too long. They should have cut time off of this match and gave it to Punk versus Mysterio from that night. And that is Bret Hart versus Mr. McMahon from
Oh
WrestleMania.
yeah, that match went on way too long.
Yeah, they should have cut off time from that match, give it to Punk versus Mysterio, right?
Yeah, because Punk and Mysterio was having a great match, but it was so short.
That could have been the second best match of the night, in my opinion, if they had more time.
Exactly. My worst matches. We could go on to me now, right?
Sure, go ahead.
Alright, the worst matches I have ever seen, I can only think of two. One, The Undertaker versus Giant Gonzalez. Remember that match?
Yeah, that match was... Jesus,
Giant Gonzalez was basically that time's Great Khali. Think about it.
Pretty much.
Yeah, just awful match. And the other match, it is the worst match I have ever seen. Santina Morella versus Vicky Guerrero in a pig pen match. Remember that match?
Why did you bring it up?
That is the worst match I have ever seen in my life. That match was absolute garbage. So yeah.
Okay, so John, do you still want to skip this question, or? Okay, so.
Sorry about this one, guys. Sorry about skipping this one. It's just I haven't watched that much.
Okay. So Trover, John cannot answer your question. Sorry, but we'll go on with your third and final question. Favorite faction / stable / tag team. Favorite tag team? My favorite tag team of all time would have to be the Briscoe Brothers from Ring of Honor.
Awesome.
Yep. They're not WWE, but if I had to choose my favorite WWE tag team, it'd be Edge and Christian.
Get ready for the 5-second pose.
So, and since you asked favorite faction, I'd have to say NWO.
For life. For life.
And can I just say something about the NWO?
Yes.
Okay, I heard about this idea that I think could be the best thing ever in the history of WWE. Do you want to know what it is?
What?
Imagine the new NWO with John Cena turning heel and being the leader. What do you think?
Okay.
And the team members, Randy Orton, Curtis Axel, Dolph Ziggler, CM Punk, and others. What do you think of that tag team stable?
Sounds good.
So, I guess we'll get on to you now, WWE fan.
Yeah. Favorite faction, just like Mark and NWO life. Like, NWO definitely was that stable that was just like, they were just awesome. You know, they were like, this is our house. Don't take it away from us. You know, we're taking over. We're the bosses, basically. You know, so yeah, stable. To me, a stable is just consisted of 3 people. That's me.
Oh.
My favorite stable probably is the Shield. Probably the Shield is probably the best stable we've had in a very, very, very long time, because let's be honest, there hasn't been a stable like them that has been booked so well. You know, they were like, we're not going to mess these guys up. These guys were just wrecking house every week on Raw, and they were just awesome. And I was very sad when they broke them up, you know, because they were just such a great stable. So yeah. And my favorite tag team, D-Generation X. You know, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, D-Generation X Fool. We've got 2 words for you. They're just awesome. Definitely by far the most entertaining tag team ever. You know, so yeah.
So, yep.
Did you like my
Okay.
answers?
Yep. They were a little bit confusing, but that's okay.
Maybe a little bit confusing.
Cause I didn't really get what you meant by faction, stable, tag team. Never mind.
Faction is me considered of more than 3 people.
Okay,
Like
then
what?
never mind.
Okay.
And fingers crossed, we get the Shield triple threat main eventing next year's WrestleMania.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That
Yes.
that match would, besides Cena versus Undertaker, would blow the roof off the house.
Exactly.
Even though it's a stadium and it doesn't have a roof. That's a figure of speech. Never mind.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So those are all of Trevor's questions answered. Thanks for posting those questions, my friend. Next, we got 4 questions from a guy that's been friends with, I think, all 3 of us for quite a while.
Yep.
I hope I pronounced his name right. We got 4 questions from Tevya Smolka.
Yes. Tevya Smoka.
Okay. So I pronounced it right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Question 1. What is your all-time favorite movie of the past decade? Just wondering. Once again, The Dark Knight. Not only my favorite movie of the past decade, but my favorite movie of all time, period. And I've already talked about it before in this video, so you can just go back and see what I said about it. So,
Yeah.
do we do that?
Okay, if we're going for 2000s, I'm going to do this like 2000s and then 2010s.
Okay.
2000s, like we've all been saying, The Dark Knight is the best movie of the 2000s because that movie basically defined superhero films. Like, that showed us that, like, hey, we can actually tell a story with these movies, you know? And it gave us one of the best villains of all time in that movie. And it was just great.
The best villain ever, in my opinion.
Yes, to me, the second best villain of all time. He was just Heath Ledger as the Joker was just something amazing, something like I think none of us could have imagined. So yeah. And of
And,
the 2000, what?
no, go ahead.
And of the 2010s, I'm going with Toy Story 3 because Toy Story 3 just like with Return of the Jedi and The Dark Knight Rises ended the trilogy perfectly. I know we're getting a 4th movie, but I'm talking in terms of the trilogy, we ended it perfectly. You know? And it was a very, very emotional trilogy, and I'm not going to lie to you, I did cry at the end. It was a very emotional ending, and just seeing, because like you all know, my favorite movie of all time is Toy Story, and to see these characters for one last time, when we thought it was one last time, was great. So yeah.
Alrighty. And speaking of Heath Ledger, he's your homeboy, right, John?
Well, yeah.
Yep.
All the way here in Australia.
He was also in Melbourne too, from Melbourne.
Yep.
Yep, he was. So you can answer the question now, John.
Right. Definitely, as we've all been saying throughout this video, The Dark Knight. I mean, that defied all comic book movies and more or less kick-started the comic book movies where they are today. Doesn't matter if it's Marvel or DC. Another one would probably be Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. That is probably one of my favourite sequels of all time. And I'd say Terminator 2 as well.
Wait, Terminator 2 wasn't in the 2000s.
Well, maybe he's talking about the 90s. If he's talking about the 90s, then yeah.
So yeah, definitely them three.
Okay, so everyone happy with their answers?
Yep.
Mhm.
So second question, I am just wondering, who is your favorite characters in movies, video games, or comics? Just wondering. Guys,
Yep.
I just checked my YouTube inbox. Tony's actually been asking a ton of questions throughout this video.
Well,
Oh, shoot.
I didn't realize. Thank God I came back just in time, right?
Yes. Should we save
So-
his questions?
You know, we'll save his questions for the very end, right?
Yes.
After the Facebook questions too, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Tony, my man, hope you're still watching. We'll we'll answer your questions at the end, at the very end. So
Yes.
if you're gonna stick around, you might want to get some snacks or a drink or something.
Yeah,
So,
because this is going to be a bumpy ride. Okay.
Okay. So we'll get to you in a minute, my man. Okay, so back to Tevia's question. Favorite movie characters? Batman from the Dark Knight trilogy, obviously. Tyler Durden from Fight Club. James Bond from the James Bond series, of course. And those are my three for movies. Video games. Kratos from God of War series. Sonic from Sonic the Hedgehog series. What else? And Ethan from Heavy Rain.
Okay.
So, and the comics, Batman. Okay, I'll go with favorite superhero from comics, Batman. Favorite villain from comics, Magneto. And a third favorite, Spider-Man. Yep. So those are my answers for that second question. So you go ahead and answer them, wwefan.
Movie characters. First is Buzz Lightyear. Second, Darth Vader. Third, the Joker from The Dark Knight. Video games. Sub-Zero from the Mortal Kombat franchise. Luigi from the Mario franchise. And I'm trying to think, and maybe I'll just say for now, Aiden from Watch Dogs. I really enjoyed his character. Comics, Hulk, Punisher, and Batman.
Awesome. So what about you, John?
movie characters. Darth Vader, Indiana Jones, Christian Bale Batman, and James Bond. Any actor who played James Bond. Video game characters, Duke Nukem, Lara Croft from Tomb Raider, and Goro from Mortal Kombat. Comics, Superman from DC, from Marvel, Captain America. Villains, Darkseid from DC, from Marvel, I'd have to say Magneto. And yeah, there's my questions, or answers, I should say.
Yeah. So everyone happy with their answers?
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Woo! In Ric Flair's voice.
Yes. So yeah, I'm happy with my questions. I mean answers.
Okay. Question 3. From Tavia Smoker. I am just wondering, what is your opinion of the Terminator franchise as a whole? Do you think it needs to end or keeps going? Just wondering. Um, as a whole, it might have been ruined by having so many sequels at this point. The first 2 films are classics, but the franchise pretty much should have just ended at 2. I'm going to be completely honest. Even though I like Salvation personally, I haven't seen Genesis yet. I actually think it looks great, because I love time travel and stuff. So, but that's what I think of the Terminator franchise as a whole. What about you, WWE fan?
Yeah, this is kind of beating a dead horse, really, with this franchise. Like you said, the first 2 movies are great movies. Three, I don't think is like the worst movie ever, like a lot of people do. Mark, I respect your opinion on Salvation 100%, but personally, I hated Salvation. Salvation was just a boring mess, and Genesis was terrible as well, in my opinion, of course. So I think they should just stop this franchise. Like you said, they just should have stopped after 2 because we stopped Judgment Day. What else do we have to do?
Yeah. And some people tell me, oh, you just like Terminator Salvation because it's Christian Bale, and I'm like, um, no. I mean, I really did like the movie. I really did enjoy it. But what do you think of that, man?
Yeah, that's like when I remember like one person like I think one person told me like oh, you only thought Nonstop was a great movie because you Liam Neeson's your favorite actor. No, I thought it was a great mystery movie, you know. So yeah.
Okay, so you finished?
Yeah. Oh wait, one more thing. Yeah, same thing with The Walk Among the Tombstones as well. I gave that an A. I thought it was a great um a thriller, and I remember there was one person that was like, "Oh, you only give it an A because you said because it was Liam Neeson." You know, you got those types of people. So yeah, you can speak now, John.
Yeah, like if the series continues, I won't really mind because I have enjoyed all the Terminator movies. I will agree with you guys that the first 2 are instant classics, especially Terminator 2. That was probably one of the best movie sequels made to date. Terminator 3, I did find it the weakest in the trilogy. Salvation, I did enjoy. And Genesis, I also enjoyed. So if they continue, which it looks like they are going to because they did greenlight the sequel. So I'm not really fussed if it continues.
Alrighty. So everyone happy with their answers?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. And fourth and final question from Tevya Smoker. What is your opinion of reboots or remakes as a whole? And do you
goody. This one.
and do you think that we are getting way too many reboots and remakes these days of classic movies? Just wondering. Have you guys noticed that he said "just wondering" in all of his questions? So as a kid, like about 5 or 6 years ago, I used to love remakes. I mean, because I used to love hearing about like a different take on some of my favorite movie franchises. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But now, it's just all about the money, really. People are fooled pretty much into thinking that it will be good, but usually, well, RoboCop was actually not bad from last year, in my opinion. What do you guys think?
We'll get to me with that, and once we get to me, you know.
Okay. And people are gonna come at me with knives and pitchforks with this one, but I really enjoyed the Halloween remake. I'm not joking. I mean, that
Yeah.
movie. Eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, respect your opinion.
That movie had tons of swearing in it, and there was lots of like family abuse and stuff, domestic violence. But we'll get onto that some other time, right?
Yeah.
So as a whole, they should remakes and reboots should just go away now. Really,
Come
don't
up
you
with
think?
something come up with something original.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind. So, what about you, WWE fan?
Well, yeah, I'm not remakes should die or anything like that. I'm not like that. I'm open to any film personally, but like if they said they are going to remake The Matrix, yeah, then I would be completely mad, like something like that. Like something like RoboCop, I wasn't too mad about. Like I was like, okay, let's see what they have on this take for RoboCop. And it was great, in my opinion, of course. Poltergeist, I thought they could have taken an interesting route with, but that sucked. So, yeah. But remakes, yeah, are they? Yeah, are they too often? Absolutely. It's odd that they're remaking Ben-Hur for some reason, but yeah.
So, what about you, John?
Like some remakes are okay, like RoboCop, Total Recall I liked. What else is a remake? There's too many. I've yet to see Poltergeist. The Nightmare on Elm Street remake, yeah, okay at best. Mark, you know my feelings on the Friday the 13th remake slash porno. Seriously,
Yes,
we got more boob than Jason in that movie.
I told you that on Facebook.
Yeah. Ugh, that for a remake. Ugh. But I do agree, remakes should just kind of go away and die. Like they've brought up something about, oh, Back to the Future remake, and out of respect, the director Robert Zemeckis said over my dead body. So I do wish there were more directors out there like him who say no to remakes of his films.
Alrighty, so are we happy with our answers?
Yep.
So nothing that anyone wants to add?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay, so those are all of Tevio's questions. Thank you, man, for asking those. So we'll get on to, I guess, Jason O'Callahan's questions, who's from Facebook.
Wait,
He
we still
had
have some YouTube questions.
no, he is on YouTube. You see it?
Oh, okay.
Do you see it?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
He has 4 questions. He's got 4 questions. Okay, first question. What titles do you want for the MCU Spider-Man trilogy? Okay, a lot of people are against this. I think it's great, and I'll explain why. For the first movie, I'm all for Spider-Man, the new Avenger. And here's why. I mean, people are saying it should just be called the Spectacular Spider-Man, but that's so, I mean, it's kind of cliche now, just calling it the something Spider-Man, you know? I just think Spider-Man, the next Avenger, is just like a more original, more new feeling title. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yes.
So I hope you guys understand that. But that's me. WWE fan?
Unfortunately, I am going to go into that cliche of the whole thing, but um, for the first movie, do the radioactive Spider-Man. That'd be cool.
Now, come to think of it, I don't think we've actually seen him get radioactive in the movies.
Yeah, so, and if they ever do like a Spider-Man Green Goblin movie, call it Spider-Man: The Rise of the Goblin. So yeah, those are my titles.
John?
For the first movie, I do like the Spider-Man New Avenger title, but I'd probably go with Spectacular Spider-Man or, well, we've had the Amazing Spider-Man, so I'd say Spectacular Spider-Man. And for a sequel, like if we were supposed to get Venom or something, I'd just go with Spider-Man, I don't know. Or Green Goblin, as WWE fans said, Rise of the Goblin or something.
Alrighty. So, those questions are answered, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. Luckily, I already have mine in my head. Top 10 MCU films.
I can only give you a top 5, unfortunately.
Okay. I can only think of I'm sorry, wrong meaning. I haven't seen Ant-Man yet. But yeah. 1 Avengers, 2 Iron Man, 3 Guardians, 4 could we put TV shows in? Because if so, okay. If so, Daredevil season 1 at number 4. Number 5, Captain America.
Winter Soldier.
Yes, Winter Soldier. 6, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. season 1.
Okay.
7, Thor. 8. I forgot the bottom of the list. I'll say Incredible Hulk. 9, Captain America. Yeah. 9, Captain America: First Avenger. 10. Oh wait, no. Instead of Incredible Hulk for number 8, I'll say Iron Man 3. And yes,
Okay.
I know I said I hated the movie like for so long, but the only thing I really hated was just the plot. Was the movie overall I liked. Okay.
Okay.
So number 9, Hulk. Number 10, Captain America: First Avenger. So.
Hip Parade. For me, number 5 would be Iron Man. Number 4, Captain America: The Winter Soldier. 3, Guardians of the Galaxy. 2, The Incredible Hulk, and number 1, The Avengers.
Okay. Oh, man, I've forgotten another one on my list, but never mind. All right. So, what about you, John?
I can only think of 5, so number 1 will be Captain America Winter Soldier. Number 2, the first Iron Man. Number 3, Guardians of the Galaxy. Number 4, Avengers. And number 5, Captain America, the First Avenger.
Cool. So we happy with our answers?
Yep.
Yes.
All right then. Third question. Thoughts on WWE star Edge on The Flash season 2? I think it's awesome, and yes, just because it's Edge, who was one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. It was so yes, he's pretty much pursuing an acting career now that he's retired from wrestling. So I'm happy for him, you know, and I look forward to seeing him on The Flash. If he does the spear to The Flash, I will mark out like crazy.
Same here. So yeah.
Like as fan service to the wrestling fans, you know.
Yeah.
All right then. Speaking of that, we'll get on to you, WWE fan.
I absolutely think this is great. This is awesome. A wrestler is going to be one of my four favorite wrestler of all time is going to be on one of my favorite shows on the air and just ever, Edge. This is going to be awesome, honestly. So yeah.
Um, so you finished?
Yes.
Um, can you answer this, John?
Yeah, totally happy with this. I loved Edge when he was doing wrestling, and he retired due to, I think it was back issues or something. I can't really remember.
Neck issues.
Neck issues. But now he's pursuing his acting career, and I can't wait to see what he brings to the Flash in season 2. Hopefully it's an ongoing role, or it crosses over with Arrow. And this isn't the first time a wrestler has appeared on a comic book show. We did get Batista and Kane back in Smallville back in the day.
Oh yeah.
We did.
I remember that. Kane was on an episode of and Batista was on an episode of Smallville. That was awesome.
I never saw that. I'm gonna type that in. Smallville, Kane, Batista.
I will say though, out of the two, Kane did have a bigger role in Smallville than Batista did.
Oh yes, I remember Batista now, but not Kane. But yeah, I see them on Google Images, so that's really cool. Wait, so have we answered the question?
Yes.
Okay. So fourth and final question from Jason O'Callahan on YouTube. Favorite band? Led Zeppelin. I like rock and rap pretty much equally now, but Led Zeppelin, they are pretty much the Breaking Bad of like music bands. They have countless great songs, and people say they ripped off like lots of other musicians. Led Zeppelin did it better. I don't care.
Led Zeppelin did better.
Yep.
And I have a question for you, Mark.
What's that?
Have you ever done the Zeppathon?
No.
No, but you gotta do it at some point.
That's what Jack Black said.
Yes, every Led Zeppelin fan must do it.
At least once in their lives.
Exactly.
Yep.
So yeah. I don't really have a favorite band of all time. I've never really thought of this, but as of right now, I really like Imagine Dragons. They really are a great band, and honestly, whenever they put out a new song, it's actually they get better and better to me. So yeah.
I'm pretty sure you said Red Hot Chili Peppers was your favorite band.
Oh yeah, right. That's right. I did. Yeah. If we're going for all time, then yeah, Red Hot Chili Peppers. They are just an awesome band. They made my favorite song of all time, Californication. So, and their other music is great too. I love their other music as well.
Oh, and speaking of favorite songs, Led Zeppelin did Achilles' Last Stand, which is my favorite song of all time. If you guys don't know, that is the theme song for It's Raining Blood and Friends at the start of each episode.
Yes.
Which, if you guys don't remember, will premiere season 2 next month.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's my favorite band, my favorite song, and WWE answered it. So we can get on to you now, John.
I don't really listen to much music. I'm more of a movie score person, but I'd probably say AC/DC at some point.
They're from where you live too, right?
I think so, yeah. So I guess they're alright, but I don't listen to them that much. As I said, I'm more of a movie score person.
That's Tony's favorite band, actually.
Yes.
I swear, how many times has he played Dirty Dean's Got Dirt Cheap in his videos? Right? That the song?
Yeah.
So, those, and then we got, the last 15 questions from, Homer Power. Yes, my man, we're finally getting to you. If you're
Power,
watching...
you just won the entire thing.
Yeah. So, wow. Yeah. 15 questions. So, yep. Question 1. Are we ready to answer the questions?
Yeah.
What?
Hello?
Yeah, so I'm ready to answer the questions.
We're about to answer Homer Power's 15 questions. So, yeah. Question 1. Most underrated and overrated 2015 movie so far. As for underrated, I haven't seen many 2015 movies yet, but I might have to go with Taken 3. I actually liked it. A lot of people thought it sucked, but I thought it wasn't too bad of it. I thought it was pretty good. I mean, I had a fun time. I thought it was way better than Taken 2, which I didn't think was that bad, honestly. But as for overrated, Avengers: Age of Ultron.
I knew
I mean,
it.
I had to choose one, guys. Unfortunately, it had to be that one. But that's I mean, it was great. I really liked it. But the people who say it's like a masterpiece and just a flawless, amazing film, I think people are kind of, no offense, kidding themselves when they tell themselves that. You know, like Callum Moore probably hates that movie from Facebook. So
So I must be kidding myself, right?
probably.
Ha ha ha! You just walked yourself into that one. I'm only kidding with you, Duke.
So wait, did I say underrated?
Yes, you did.
Taken 3. Okay, yeah, that's right. So we can go on to you now, WWE fan.
Overrated. Probably. Even though I really enjoyed the movie, probably It Follows. I liked it. I really enjoyed it. It's a really good horror film, but I don't think it's this absolute amazing, like, best of the decade horror films or anything like that. But I still enjoyed it. Underrated. Get Hard with Kevin Hart and Will Ferrell. I really enjoyed that movie, and I don't get why a lot of people are hating on it. So yeah.
John.
Underrated as much as I do love the movie. I will say probably Mad Max. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the movie to death, but I wouldn't say it's probably one of the best action movies.
You said underrated.
I mean, overrated, sorry. Sorry about that. I meant overrated. As for underrated, Jupiter Ascending, I mean, that movie didn't deserve all the hate it got.
Alrighty. So, I guess we're done with that question. Favorites? Okay. Question 2. Favorite standalone superhero movie? Okay, guys, can you help me with this one? I really don't understand what standalone means.
They mean
Means
just a solo, like one superhero.
Like that doesn't have a sequel or something?
practically, yeah.
I think so, yeah.
If so, then, let's see, I'll just go over my favorite superhero films just in my head. Um, well, Guardians of the Galaxy is getting a sequel, so I guess The Incredibles. Uh, I know they announced a sequel for that, but I'm kind of starting to doubt that it'll actually happen now. That's just me. But
Yeah, that's true.
Pardon?
That's true.
Oh, okay. So that'd be my one. What about you, WWE fan?
The Punisher with Thomas Jane. I know it had a reboot. That was a reboot. We never got a direct sequel to the original Punisher movie with Thomas Jane, you know?
I knew you'd say that. I knew you'd say
Yeah.
that.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah. That'd probably be my favorite standalone superhero film. Definitely a great movie, in my opinion. So, yeah, I know, very predictable, but who cares? Things can be good when they're predictable, I guess. So, yeah.
So what about you, John?
I'm gonna say Man of Steel on this one. I mean, that was just probably one of the best standalone comic book superhero movies I've seen. Hopefully, we do get a sequel later down the track, knowing that we will, but yep, Man of Steel.
Well, technically, Batman v Superman is not a sequel. It's a crossover, really, eh?
Yeah,
It's
so
a
we're not,
it's like
so we
a
haven't really got,
it's
yeah,
a
we haven't really got
crossover
a
follow
sequel.
up. It's a crossover follow up Justice League prequel.
Yeah, so we haven't really got, we're not getting a sequel yet. So, yeah.
A sequel to Man of Steel would be like just Superman, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we got that question answered. Third question: what's your worst movie theater experience? Oh, I didn't mention this in my Avengers: Age of Ultron review. But I forgot to mention it. I think I'll say it now. You guys want to know what happened?
What in the world happened?
Okay, I was in the theater. I was comfy. I was sitting in my seat, and then these two girls came in. They were sitting right behind us, and they wouldn't stop talking throughout the whole movie.
Oh my god.
And um, they were like, "Oh my god, did you see that? Oh my god," stuff like that, you know. And
Yeah.
when a certain big name not being alive at the end, near the end, they were like, "Oh, them feels." Yeah, they were just talking throughout. I don't know. They bothered everyone in there, and I was the most unlucky one because I was like they were right behind me, you know,
Yeah.
like in the row behind me. So I haven't had many bad movie experiences, but if I had to choose, if I had to say what it is, it'd be that one. What about you, WWE fan?
I have two. One is with Age of Ultron. It's like the same exact situation with you. There was these two girls that came in. It was like 20 minutes into the film, and they just wouldn't stop giggling, talking to each other. My mom was getting annoyed. Like, she told me right after, she was like, those girls were annoying. Like, yeah.
Your
And
second
then
one?
when, what? Yeah. And then Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Okay, so this little girl, like, comes in, and, like, she starts crying.
Ugh.
I'm right next to her. She starts crying. I'm like, really? Why'd you take your kid to see this movie? You know she's gonna be scared of the apes. I mean, seriously. But luckily, it stopped, so I was good.
I was actually surprised to hear your Age of Ultron one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean it was pretty much the same as me, kind of.
Yeah, and then, yeah, what about the Dawn one?
Uh, I um I think the Dawn one might be worse actually.
Yeah.
So Sorry to hear about that, my friend. What about you,
Yeah,
John?
but I still enjoy the movie.
I
So
got two. One when I went to see Amazing Spider-Man 2. Yes, I did like that movie. These group of guys came into the theater drunk, laughing, swearing, like listening to music on their phones, playing with their phones, and all that, and disturbed everybody. They eventually did get kicked out, which was funny. And then second, seen Star Wars Episode 3. There was a blackout in the theater.
oh shoot.
Oh, hold on. Sorry.
Okay. While John's on the phone, are you still there?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I actually thought of this other one more theater experience. It was can I say it?
Yes.
Okay. Shark Tale, the animated movie, 10 years ago.
Okay.
Yep. The only reason was because we missed like 15 minutes of the movie
Okay.
when we came in. We were at our old house back at the time, and the theater was like miles away from us. So at the time, so we had to do that, obviously.
Yeah.
So and it sucked having to miss out the first few minutes, but I did end up watching the movie on VHS at my best friend's house, so that was cool. So we should just keep chatting until John
Oh,
gets
John's
back.
back.
Oh, he's back.
Okay,
Okay.
you were saying about your second experience.
Yeah, there was watching Star Wars Episode 3. There was a blackout in the cinema about
Shoot.
about 20 minutes into the movie. So everyone had to more or less head home, but we all got refunded, and then we went back the next day and seen the movie for free.
That was me. Sorry.
Yeah.
The Facebook.
Yeah, I think that might have been the worst one out of all of our experiences.
Well, you did get a refund, so it's not all bad.
Well, it's not all bad, but think about it. It blacked out in the middle of the film.
All right.
Next
So-
question.
Okay. Favorite band and your favorite album from them. Favorite band, Led Zeppelin. Already explained why earlier. And my favorite album from them is also my favorite album of all time, and that is Houses of the Holy. There's not one single bad song in that album. It's all awesome song. Then you get to another awesome song, then you get to another awesome song, and you get to another awesome song. You get the picture, right? So, yeah, fantastic freaking album. Just every song is amazing on there. I swear you can just like search up the album on YouTube or something, listen to the whole thing. Trust me, you won't regret it. And sorry for those Facebook notifications, guys. That's me. That's all me. I'm still logged in. So, you guys not bothered by the Facebook?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've pretty much answered that. So, WW fan?
I already said Red Hot Chili Peppers. I don't really have a favorite album from them, but I'll say Californication because it has my favorite song of all time on there.
Alrighty. So, John?
John, our boy.
Yep. as I explained, probably even though I don't listen to a whole lot of music, I'd say AC/DC again. Like I said, I'm more of a film score person, so if I'd have to say, like, out of film scores, Hans Zimmer.
So I guess you can't really answer the favorite album part of that question.
No, sorry about that one.
It's fine. That's fine. So next question, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Question 5 from Homer Power. What do you think is the most unnecessary movie sequel of all time? And John Quinn just wrote something on Facebook. Yep. Wait, what was the question?
What is the most unnecessary movie sequel of all time?
Okay, this is not... I know I'm cheating, but those movie sequels to movies like Pitch Perfect and Paul Blart. Those sequels.
Yes, I will agree.
Yes. Pitch Perfect did not really need a sequel. It's the exact same movie. It's literally almost the exact same movie as the first one.
So I pretty much answered that, even though I kind of cheated. We'll get on to you, wwefan.
The Human Centipede 3 final sequence. That is all. Let's move on.
Yeah. So John?
Paul Blart 2, Pitch Perfect 2, what else? Just trying to think of all unnecessary sequels. The Human Centipede. Yeah. What else? Just trying to think. Unnecessary sequels. That's all I can think of right now. I don't know why someone would make the Human Centipede. Never again.
Whoever came up with Human Centipede deserves to not touch a camera ever again.
Exactly. Yeah, Tom 6, you need to die.
So
I've never thrown up watching a movie before, but
Next question.
Okay. Have you ever seen a movie in theaters that was so bad that you couldn't finish it? No.
No.
I mean, here's why. I mean, I already paid my ticket, so I'm gonna watch the whole thing. If I go out during the middle, I ain't gonna get my money back. That's why. Okay. So I might as well just watch the whole thing. You know, get what I paid for, all of it. So that's that. What about you, wfan?
No, I haven't done that.
Would you agree with my reasons?
Yes, definitely.
So John, I'm assuming you agree too?
Yep. Like, if I've seen a movie and I don't like it, I'll just go, I don't like that. Like, I'm not going to walk out the cinema, not that I've paid, not to mention that it's like $15 for a movie ticket.
Okay. Next question, I'm guessing?
Yes.
Okay, question 7. This one's going to be embarrassing for me. Has there ever been a time where you were the only one in a theater seeing a certain movie? Okay, John's gone out for a bit. Yes, talk. You ready?
Yes.
Twilight Saga Breaking Ball Part 2.
You were the only one in the theater?
Yes.
I'm actually surprised of that. I'm not surprised that you saw the movie. I'm surprised you were the only one seeing it.
Yep. So we could pretty much just talk throughout the whole thing.
Like, yeah, like.
I was with someone though to see it,
Wait,
but
what? I'm sorry.
no, I did go with someone, so I did have someone to talk to. You know.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Sorry about that, guys.
John is back. Uh, so that's my answer. Wait, did you hear the question, John?
Wait, what?
The question.
What was the question?
There was a movie. Where you were the only one in the theater.
Yes, Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End.
All right, so WWE fan hasn't answered yet, so we're going to him.
There were only a few people in Thor: The Dark World. Like, that's the closest answer I can give you.
Alrighty, so I guess that question is done.
Yes.
Okay, question 8 from Mama Power. Favorite and least favorite movie remake? Favorite remake? Scarface. Best remake ever. That movie is a remake of some 1930s movie. That movie was the bomb. If you don't like that movie, you are probably gay. I'm just joking. That movie is just awesome. It's 3 hours long, but it's still awesome. I mean, that's got to be
Al
the best.
Pacino. That's it. That's like all you need.
You're fucking maricon.
Say hello to my little friend.
Second not to the bad guy. So,
Yeah.
your turn now, WWE fan?
Oh, you didn't say your least favorite remake.
Oh, least favorite. Halloween 2.
2.
That movie, Jesus, that movie was literally just violence. Just shock value, trying to gross out people, trying to cringe people. The story was shit. The acting was shit. The pacing was shit. Everything was shit. Diarrhea about the movie. That's all I gotta say. What else?
Looks
So,
like you and Jerome will agree on that. My favorite remake, let's see.
The Departed? Perhaps?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, The Departed. Yeah.
Yes, I know you love that movie.
Yeah, I do love The Departed. Great movie. One of the best, maybe the best gangster film I've ever seen. I haven't seen Goodfellas. I know I'm crazy. Boom, shoot. Yeah. Who cares? But, yeah, The Departed probably is my favorite remake. It is a fantastic remake. So, yeah. Least favorite, The Haunting. Need I explain more? Okay.
I have not seen that.
And don't.
So, John, you ready to answer the question?
Yep, favorite remake, probably in recent years. I would say probably Total Recall or RoboCop or Scarface, definitely. Even though it's a little long and you didn't need to be in the mood to watch that. Least favorite remake, Friday the 13th remake / porno. Or Nightmare on Elm Street. That was kind of boring.
All right, so we're all good with that question, I guess. So, favorite movie quote of all time?
Just one? Like,
Yep, I've got one. It's long, but I can recite the entire thing off by heart. Trust me.
I know it.
Okay. You ready?
Yes.
Yep.
Alright. Just seeing what it is. I'll just get ready. Just wait for me to get ready. Okay. Ezekiel 25:17. The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who in the name of charity and goodwill shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness, for he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon you.
Yes. Yes.
You know-
And yes.
You know where that's from?
Of course. Pulp Fiction.
Boom! My second favorite movie of all time.
That is definitely an awesome quote. I have so many. So, you know, you know what happened to your father. He told me you killed him. No, I am your father. And of course, aliens, get away from her, you.
Yeah, we know what that is.
Yes, exactly. You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Hell yeah.
Well, there's something you don't see every day from Ghostbusters. It can't rain all the time from The Crow. Guns. Lots of guns from The Matrix. Okay, and one more. To infinity and beyond.
Sweet.
Yes.
So,
Right.
what? You right?
Yeah.
Oh. So, what about you, John?
There's so many. Like, I'll Be Back, Terminator, of course.
Oh,
Dead or
how can I
Alive.
forget I'll Be Back?
Dead or Alive, You're Coming With Me, RoboCop. There's something you don't see every day, Ghostbusters, and there's just so many that I can think of, but this video will be like 70 hours long.
Alrighty. Are we happy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seriously, why does he need to tag us in?
Are you talking about JJ Critic? You are?
No, just tagged us in something.
Damn. Okay, so we can get with the next question now?
Yes.
Okay. Most overrated and underrated movie sequels ever. Underrated. Okay. Underrated. Dark Knight. Okay. Has a 9.0 on IMDb. It deserves a 10.0. Okay. What else? Monsters University. Well, actually, technically a prequel, but I'm gonna cheat. I still count it as a thing. What else? Terminator Salvation. Alien Resurrection. Even though I don't think it's an amazing movie, but it's not that bad in my opinion. You know.
You saw my review, didn't you?
Yes. Yes, you hated that movie, man.
Oh my goodness. I respect your opinion, of course, but yeah.
Yeah. So overrated. Overrated sequels. Um, let's see. Whew. Okay. I don't care what anyone thinks of this. You can come at me with guns. You can torture me till the day I die. And something. I'm gonna say this: The Godfather Part 2. Okay.
Well, I can't judge yet, so.
It's an amazing movie, guys. But I'm so sick of people saying it's better than the first one. I mean, the first one just felt more complete, in my opinion. You know, and I do think it's an amazing movie. I give that movie a 10 out of 10, but still, guys, I just think I'm sick of people saying it's better than the first one. That's just me. That's the only overrated I can think of, honestly. So, WWE fan?
Overrated sequels. I'm trying to think. What'd you say?
And underrated.
Yeah, and underrated. Maybe for overrated, I'll put Iron Man 3 for now. That's the only one I can really think of in terms of overrated sequels. I like the movie, but it's no fantastic Marvel film, in my opinion, of course. So yeah. Underrated, Ghostbusters 2.
Yes, that's another one. I really like that movie.
Me too. It's nowhere as great as the original movie, but it was still a good movie. I still really enjoyed it.
Same here. People give it crap for some odd reason.
Exactly. So yeah, Ghostbusters 2 is my most underrated sequel.
I thought it was a fun time.
Me too. So
you happy with your answer?
yes.
Yes. So John, take the lead.
Overrated sequel. As much as I did like the movie Iron Man 3, I mean it's good, but it's not amazing or anything. What else? There's another one. Just trying to think. Overrated. Lion King 2. Oh wait, no, nobody likes Lion King 2 that much. Yeah, I'd say Iron Man 3, and for underrated, definitely Ghostbusters 2.
Awesome. Same answers as me.
Alrighty, so we happy with our answers?
Yes.
Yep. Oh.
Okay, next one. Oh, okay, this one I'm gonna answer. What is the most graphic movie and TV show you have ever seen? Oh, I'm just gonna do TV show. I'm sorry, but it's only because I'll be talking about this like for a lot, you know.
Yeah.
Most graphic TV show of all time, by far, in my opinion.
I know where you're going with this.
Spartacus. It's Spartacus.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
what you've seen the show, right? Right, John?
Yep, I've got all 3 seasons plus the prequel.
Would you agree that it's pretty graphic?
Yeah, that. Whoa.
You know, I'm just gonna go on IMDb real quick, just to show you the content listing of what's on the show.
I mean, even though it's CG blood, which you can tell, holy shit, that show is probably one of the most graphic.
While he's looking that up, can I answer the question?
Wait, I've got it.
Okay.
So, did you guys know that IMDb has a parents guide,
Yep.
Yes.
and it tells you like all of the bad stuff that's in it in the show?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm gonna screen share the IMDb page.
Okay.
Parents guide. You guys see on the screen right here? He said.
Yes. Yes.
Read that there.
10 out of 10 for everything.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah.
10 out of 10 frightening scenes, 10 out of 10 profanity, 10 out of 10 violence, 10 out of 10 sexual. Would you agree?
Yes, most definite. As a big fan of the show.
And yes, on down here it says in the US, if it was a movie, it would be rated NC-17. You know.
Yeah.
So.
Which is
Yep.
the highest rating in the States.
Yep. So where are we? Oh yeah. So that was that. So that's my very pretty long, well not long, but that's my answer, and I showed you what was on the show to explain for itself. So take the lead, WWE fan.
Most graphic movie I've ever seen, Rambo. The fourth Rambo movie was pretty brutal when it came to its violence. Like, they went all out. Same with Punisher Warzone. They went all out for the violence for both of those movies. They should have been they should have went for they should have been NC-17. That's how bad they were with the violence, you know.
Especially Punisher Warzone. Holy shit.
And TV shows, I haven't really seen too many graphic TV shows, so yeah.
Okay, so John.
TV show, definitely Spartacus. For movie, Ninja Assassin, and definitely the fourth Rambo. I mean, that end scene with the big...
Yeah, the last, like, 15 minutes of the movie. Holy biscuits.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, whoa. If they, like, I know they're doing a fifth and final one, so if that one is as brutal and violent as the other one, whoa.
Okay, so are we ready for the next question?
Yes.
Okay, question 12 from Homer Pella. What's a TV show crossover that you think should happen?
I know it's Marvel. Oh, right, but sorry.
Pardon? What'd you say?
Oh, I was going to answer, but I forgot you answer first.
That's fine. I heard you say Marvel, I think.
Yeah.
I'm going to cheat, too. Daredevil. I'm really talking the Marvel Cinematic Universe, okay, crossing over with Star Wars. Yep.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
It needs to happen. That would, well, yeah. That's the one. That's the one I can think of. It would have been Family Guy and Simpsons, but that already happened. So WWE fan?
I know they're Marvel and DC, but the crossover I would love to see is Arrow and Daredevil. Imagine that.
It would blow our freaking minds.
Exactly.
Yes.
Imagine them two fighting each other.
It would be such a back and forth fight, you know?
Yes. Definitely. That'd be a TV crossover I would love to see, so yeah.
That'd be awesome. What about you, John?
Well, it's happened in the comics, but the Marvel Cinematic Universe, along with the DC Cinematic Universe crossover.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, DC Cinematic Universe doesn't have TV shows, I believe. Does it?
Oh well, wait, yeah, true. But once DC gets started with their more movies, I'd like to see a crossover between the two. And for TV, uh, definitely Arrow and Daredevil. I mean, that fight would be amazing.
Jesus, how many times have you and WWE fan agreed with each other?
A whole
Yeah, I
bunch.
know.
Okay, so we're on to the next question.
Yes.
Okay. Question 13. What's the most expensive DVD and Blu-ray you remember buying? This year, back in February, the Star Wars set. $85.
Maybe
Yes,
the
sir.
original Star Wars trilogy on DVD, probably.
Really?
Maybe.
That's,
John.
John?
The James Bond DVD collection, $150.
Holy moleks.
Yup.
So we're pretty much done with that question, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Least favorite Marvel and DC movie. Marvel. This is the next question, by the way.
Yes.
Okay. Marvel. Wow, they really haven't had that many bad movies.
Oh, they have to me. Oh, trust me, Marvel. In terms of Marvel in general, like not like just the cinematic universe, they've had some stinkers to me. So
Oh, okay. X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yeah.
That's the only one I can think of at the top of my head. I'm actually kind of cheating right now, looking at websites.
okay.
You know what? Yeah, screw it. You know, X-Men Wolverine. That's all I can think of. DC was the DC movie. I hate saying it because it's my favorite superhero ever, but this movie was ass. Batman and Robin. No, wait. Catwoman. What? What?
Yeah.
Your turn.
Okay. Marvel, it's Spider-Man 3, honestly. We all know I hate that movie with a burning passion, and it was the most disappointing film I've ever seen in theaters, and it's just a complete hunk of garbage, to me at least. Mark?
What?
Okay, I thought you died. And my least favorite DC. You guys already know it. It's the worst film I've ever seen in my life. Batman and Robin.
But that's actually been tied with Human Centipede now, right?
Yes.
So, John?
For me, for Marvel, the first two Fantastic Four movies and the Hulk from 2003. DC, Batman and Robin, and Green Lantern. That was just disappointing.
Okay, guys. So we're up to Homer Power's final question, his 15th question. Finally, you guys ready?
Yes.
Alrighty. What's your favorite and least favorite TV show of all time? Favorite TV show of all time? Breaking Bad. Alright. Oh, wait. Camera. Breaking Bad. That show, it speaks for itself. Just watch it. Seriously.
Exactly.
Yep. As for least favorite TV show, probably Jersey Shore. Oh, wait. Either that or Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I hate reality.
I thought you were gonna say Walking Dead then.
Oh, that show sucks in my opinion, but it's not like anywhere near as bad as those two in my opinion.
Looks like me and Mark have the same answers. For best, Breaking Bad, definitely. I'm actually the one that got Mark into Breaking Bad, so.
Yep.
So, some of the best storytelling you will ever see from anything, like, in terms of just movies and television, practically think about it, Breaking Bad is just a movie, just it's in seasons. Think about it,
Pretty much is.
And definitely was a great series, phenomenal, best show ever made in my opinion. So yeah. And for least Jersey Shore, all it is a bunch of white trash people thinking they're all big and stuff. So yeah.
And I was gonna say something else. I forgot.
Oh yeah, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, basically the same thing. A bunch of white trash people thinking they're all that. So yeah.
Oh, that was one more thing. Oh yeah, Better Call Saul was kind of disappointing in my opinion.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, it started off awesome, but then I don't know, it just never like made you like want to keep watching,
Yeah.
I mean, entertaining as hell, but that,
Mhm. So yeah. John.
Yep. Back in the day when it was on Prison Break, I mean that was a really good show in my opinion. Probably one of the best shows I've seen in a while. And yes, I will eventually catch up on Breaking Bad. I do want to watch it after you guys have told me about it. Worst show, probably the same one as you guys said. White trash people just thinking they're all cool and yeah. So there's them.
So, are we done with our answers?
Yes.
All right then. So we're okay, guys. We're near the end now. We have one question from Justin's Movies and Games. We've answered all Homer Pals questions, but Justin, he asks, "What is your movie genre?" I think he means, "What is your favorite movie genre?" You think?
Yeah, like what type?
Okay. Favorite, personally, for me, would have to be superhero movies. I mean, sci-fi would definitely be a close second, but superhero movies, when a superhero movie is announced, you always get excited, right? Always,
Yeah.
That's why superhero movies is my number one.
And we got so many coming. And we got so many coming out next year as well.
Exactly.
I mean, we've got what? Deadpool, Batman v Superman, Suicide Squad, Civil War,
X-Men Apocalypse.
X-Men Apocalypse, and Doctor Strange.
Yep. Wait, who? Okay, so have you answered yet?
No.
Okay. Your turn then.
My favorite is action. It has always been action to me because action is just, to me, the most awesome, most heart-pounding, most suspenseful, most, awesome. Like, look at the gunfights and, like, you know, fist fights and everything in action films. They're just so amazing, and they're just so awesome, and, you know, they're so much fun to watch, in my opinion. I love action films ever since I was a kid, and they're still my favorite genre of film to this day, action films. So yeah.
Yeah, one good action movie of the past few years, John Wick.
Yeah, that and The Raid 2.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So what about you, John?
Superhero movies and action movies. I mean, them two types get me excited more than anything like you guys said, heart pounding and excitement throughout.
Hey, John?
Yeah.
It's getting pretty dark in your room.
Yeah. 1 second.
Much.
There we go.
Yep. So that's Justin's question answered. Now we'll get on to the Facebook questions. Right?
Hey, Mark, I'm starting to get tired.
It's
I think I'm going to head out.
please just we're almost finished.
All right, I'll stay for the Facebook questions, right?
Really? Should I screen cap or should I? Nah, never mind. I'll just answer. So you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we actually only have 2 Facebook questions. No, 3 actually. Let's see. We got from Sam Jane. What is your favorite movie of all time? I've mentioned it heaps of times already in this Q&A. The Dark Knight. So
I've already mentioned it several times. Toy Story.
That was mine. Dark Knight, I think.
Awesome. So we both agree. Okay, so that's Sam Jane's question answered pretty much. So we'll go on to the next question from Hasim Mohammed Ali. What's your favorite horror film? Halloween, for me, personally. It's just awesome, in my opinion.
Sorry about that. Dog's barking.
For me, Jaws has always been my favorite horror film. Just fantastic movie.
It basically is a horror film.
What do you say?
It basically is.
Wait, I can't hear you because. Okay, now talk.
It basically is a horror film.
Yes. I don't get why people say it's not a horror film. It is definitely a horror film. It's still Steven Spielberg's best movie to date. So yeah, John?
Evil Dead, period. I mean, that probably remains one of my favourite horror movies of all time. Hell, I even like the remake, which a lot of people didn't really like.
And, okay, so, we got that question answered. And we're back to Josh Andrews' Facebook question. Do you guys remember?
Yes.
You mentioned earlier? Okay. He asked, do you like UFC? And how does it compare to WWE in your opinion? UFC, at the moment, I'm not watching it because, to be honest, at the moment it's just the same. It's just the same thing, really. It gets kind of boring, really. But older UFC stuff I like. Hopefully, I can get back into it. WWE is far superior. I mean, Not just in my opinion, but it really is in my opinion. Just saying. Well, what about you, WWE fan?
I like WWE more. You know, I don't really watch all that much of UFC. Never really have, so yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you guys on this one. Like, I don't watch a hell of a lot of UFC, as you said, Mark. It's just basically the same thing all the time. Two guys punching the shit or kicking the shit out of one another and dancing around a ring, basically. So, yeah, WWE is far more superior.
Alright, guys. Those are all the Facebook questions. And, WWE fan, do you want to stay for Tony's questions?
How many does he have?
Okay, I'll count. 1, 2, 6. Okay, all of these questions would be pretty short to answer, and they're all really fun. You know,
Alright, fine. Why not? Sure.
he has 15.
Okay.
Okay. And trust me, you will like these questions.
Alright.
First question. What is your favorite restaurant? For me, KFC. KFC, the restaurant. I don't really go out to like those fancy type restaurants like that often, to be honest with you. That's just me. Last time I went to one of those, I think was way back in 2007, to be honest. But yeah, if I had to choose my favorite restaurant, it's KFC. WWE fan?
Hibachi.
Never heard of him.
Okay. They cook like Brian Funview, and it's actually really good. So yeah, John.
Definitely KFC. I'm going to have to agree with Mark on that one. I mean, I'm the same. I don't really go into the fancy type restaurants. Too expensive.
All right. Next question. Okay, this is an awesome one. 22 Tiger Dude asks, who would you kill, fuck, marry? You ready, guys?
Yeah.
This is going to be the best one, I think. Scarlett Johansson, Kate Upton, and Rachel McAdams.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
You can go first.
Okay. Kill Kate Upton. I'm sorry. That's just me. Fuck Scarlett Johansson. And marry Rachel McAdams. That's me. What about you, WWE fan?
The kill one the same, but switch up the Mary and the yeah.
John?
Fuck Scarlett Johansson. Kill Kristen Stewart from Twilight. Yeah. And marry. I gotta think of one to marry.
No, that wasn't even the thing, but okay.
Marry. I gotta think. Hold on.
John?
Yeah.
The question was that you got to choose from those three to F, kill, or marry.
Oh, alright. So. Oh, wait. Hang on. Sorry. Didn't understand the question. Kill Kate. Kill Kate Upton. She annoys me. Fuck Scarlett Johansson and marry Rachel McAdams.
So the same as me, pretty much.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and Tony has another one of their game, but for Arrow women.
Okay. Alright.
Fuck, kill, marry Emily Bett Rickards, Katie Cassidy, and Katie Lotz.
Oh shoot! This This is a tough one. Holy.
Okay, kill Katie Lotz. I'm sorry.
No!
She's the least hot out of those three, in my opinion. That's just me. Okay, F-U-C-K and Mary are the hard ones for me, though. Okay, F-U-C-K, Katie Cassidy, and Mary Emily Beck Ricketts.
Okay, I'm killing Katie Cassidy.
Why?
She's attractive, and also her character annoys me to no end. And so yeah, I would, you know what the thingamajig is, the birds and the bees. To Kay Lots, and I would marry Emily Betricard. So yeah.
John?
Kill Katie. No, wait. Hold on. Marry Emily. Fuck Katie Cassidy and kill the other one.
Same as me again.
Yep.
Alright. So that's Tony's game question. Next question, what are some of your favorite bands / music artists? I'm just going to name a few from the top of my head. I don't want it to be too long, you know.
I'll pass on this one, beans I don't really listen to music.
Okay. Led Zeppelin, Rush, Marilyn Manson, Metallica, Lil Wayne, 50 Cent, Dr. Dre, Beatles, Rolling Stones, Iron Maiden. You get the pick.
Red Hot Chili Peppers, Imagine Dragons, Justin Timberlake, Eminem. Those are the only ones I can really think of.
Okay, and John said he was going to skip this question. So, John, we're going to go with the next question now. So,
Okie dokie.
Okay. This one is about you, my friend.
Me?
Yep.
Oh, dear God.
Does wwefan0599 look like someone who could portray Peter Parker / Spider-Man? I think so.
Yep, I'm gonna have to answer that one too.
Everybody says it, man. Everybody says it. Everybody's like, you could be Spider-Man.
You should have been cast instead of Tom Holland, man.
Actually, there was one person like, you should have been cast instead of Tom Holland.
Really?
Yeah, there was actually one person that was like, yeah, dude. You look
Awesome.
more like Peter Parker than he does.
Yeah.
Maybe if I grew my hair out a little bit more, maybe. See my videos with my longer hair, maybe it'll look more.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So would you agree with that, John?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So, thanks for that question, Tony. Next question. Oh wait, no, this isn't a question. They said 100% agreed on Monsters University being the best animated film of 2013. It's way better than Frozen, in my opinion.
Yes, even though I've never seen Frozen.
I've seen some of it, but
Any good or?
it's all right.
It's decent. It's decent.
Okay. Okay. His next actual question: who do you think would be a great replacement for Wolverine once Hugh Jackman is finished playing the character? For me, this is biased because of where this actor is from. I'm going with Carl Urban. You know,
he actually could be really good as Wolverine. Now I'm thinking about it.
Yeah. He's from New Zealand, as you know.
Oh, he is. Okay, I didn't know that actually. So.
Oh, and and Hugh Jackman is from Australia, so they both have similar characteristics, you know.
Mhm.
So your turn, WWE fan.
I guess I'll agree with you. Carl Oldman. He definitely does seem like he could betray Wolverine.
John?
Uh, Tom Hardy.
Not
I reckon
bad.
he'd do.
Yeah, not bad actually.
I reckon he's got, well, he's got the right attitude and like built like a truck, so I reckon he could play Wolverine.
Alrighty. Next question. What's the latest you stayed up? One time I didn't go to sleep until 8 a.m. Okay,
7 o'clock.
Let's see, 7 p.m. the next day.
The next day.
Yeah. That's the longest I've stayed up, you know.
Yeah.
Remember during our chat, wwefan, when I
Mhm.
said I was awake for 19 hours?
Mhm.
That was that. So your turn now, I guess.
Yeah. I said 7 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, damn. So John.
I'd say I've been up for the nearly 42 hours one time.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Wow.
almost 2 whole days.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay, so we got that question done. If you could say 5 movies from your collection, what would they be? Um, let's see. 5 movies from my collection. I'm gonna cheat and say box sets as well. The Dark Knight trilogy box set, the Die Hard box set, the Star Wars box set, and Pulp Fiction and Fight Club. WWE fan?
Toy Story, The Empire Strikes Back, Dude, Where's My Car, Ghostbusters, and The Matrix.
All right. John?
Dark Knight, Man of Steel, Star Wars box set, Indiana Jones box set, and Lord of the Rings box set.
We both said box sets for that one.
Yes.
Okay. Next question. What would be your top 10 or top 5 favorite cartoons? Favorite cartoon is South Park. Second, SpongeBob. Third, Family Guy. 4, Simpsons. 5, Futurama. That's my top 5.
Number
WWE fan?
one, Ed, Ed and Eddie. Number 2, Samurai Jack. Number 3, SpongeBob. Number 4, Regular Show. And number 5, The Ren and Stimpy Show.
John?
Family Guy, American Dad, The Cleveland Show, Batman the Animated Series, and gotta think of one more, The Simpsons.
Okay. So not South Park.
I don't watch that much South Park.
Okay. Next question. Do you think Fantastic Four this year could be a good movie?
Mm-hmm.
I think I will like it personally. I don't think most other people will. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it will be good. It looks good.
I agree.
I mean, did you guys see that last trailer that they released?
No.
Nope. Not yet.
The only thing that don't really like is the thing without pants. That's weird.
Yeah, Thing has no thing.
But I reckon it's going to be a surprise hit. Like, they've already greenlit the sequel.
Yep. So you two have pretty much already answered the question, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So next question: who is an actor you think needs to make more movies? And he says Steve Martin. For me, actor Stephen Amell. Yeah, that's my choice. He plays Arrow. I would love to see him in more movies, you know, and that would be awesome. And and that's yeah, and Vincent D'Onofrio, who played Kingpin in Daredevil.
Yeah.
Him. Those are my two picks.
Who
What
done
about
an who done an excellent job in the role of Kingpin, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah. WWE fan?
Bruce Campbell. I haven't really seen him in too many movies lately, and he needs to make more movies because he is awesome, and I definitely think Bruce Campbell should make more movies.
John?
For me, I do want to see Adam Sandler make a bit of a comeback, which it looks like Pixels will be his comeback movie.
He's talking about like old Adam Sandler.
Oh yeah.
His earlier, like his last good movie I saw was Click.
And what was that? Almost 10 years ago?
Yep.
I actually liked. Actually, Tony asked that later on, so I'll answer that then. His next question it's another game question, type question, you know. He says, I'm gonna screen share this so you guys can see. I don't want to have to read out every single one. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. He says there. Which film stays and which film goes in your opinion? Round 1, Guardians of the Galaxy, or X-Men: Days of Future Past. I love Guardians, but X-Men blew it out of the water, in my opinion. I just loved it so much. That's just me. I'm sorry, Guardians. I love you, but still, X-Men for me.
X-Men: Days of Future Past. I love you, but gotta go with Guardians, man. Mark, you know how much I love that film. That was the most fun I have had in a movie theater in a very, very long time. I love that movie, so yeah.
X-Men was pretty much for me what Guardians was for you. You know.
Yes.
Okay. Round 2, Teenage Mutant Ninja
Oh, wait,
Turtles.
what about John?
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry, John. What about
That's
you?
okay. I would say definitely Guardians. I'd have to agree with WWE fan on this one. That movie was just so much fun and enjoyment of a movie, not just as a comic book movie, but as a sci-fi movie as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it had everything. I mean, even the bit with Groot near the end, spoilers, made me cry.
Okay. Round 2, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2014 or Transformers 2007. Transformers was really good, but Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I freaking loved that. It was so freaking awesome for me. So much fun. And I just loved it. I just don't see the hate for it, honestly. I loved it. What about you, WWE fan?
As you all know, I didn't really like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I actually did enjoy Transformers, the first movie, so I'm going with Transformers.
Okay, John?
I'm gonna have to go with you on this one again, Mark. I really loved Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. While I do like Transformers, I'm allowed to say Turtles.
Alright then. Round 3, which I cannot answer because I haven't seen Inside Out, but it's Toy Story 3 or Inside Out. I can't answer that because I haven't seen the second one.
Same here.
So,
Oh,
David,
so I'm the only one that can answer this question. Uh, I'm gonna go with Toy Story 3 as much as I loved Inside Out, and it's still the best movie I've seen this year. Toy Story 3 was just such an emotional film and really, just really great. One of the best, to me, the second best third installment into a trilogy ever. So yeah.
okay then. Next question. I mean, no, not next question. Round 4. Interstellar or Birdman? I love Birdman. I'm going with Interstellar, though. It's my favorite film of 2014. I just loved every second of it, and it's awesome, in my opinion. WWE fan?
I loved Birdman like you. I loved Birdman, but I gotta go with Interstellar. Interstellar was a great sci-fi film. I loved Interstellar, so yeah.
John?
Yep, definitely Interstellar.
Alrighty then. Round 5. Shawshank Redemption or Forrest Gump? Forrest Gump.
Shawshank.
Okay, I'm being honest. I love Forrest Gump way more than Shawshank, to be completely honest. Shawshank, Forrest Gump, I just think Forrest Gump was more fun, like had a more fun feel to it, but Shawshank was like more drama. But I'm going with Forrest Gump. That's just me. Can you answer this, WWE fan?
No, because I have only seen Forrest Gump.
And was it awesome?
Yes, Forrest Gump's great. I did a review of Forrest Gump.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
I just wanted to hear you say it again.
Yeah.
So John's already answered that pretty much, right?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I like Forrest Gump and I like Tom Hanks and Robert Zemeckis, but I'm gonna have to go with Shawshank Redemption because I practically love Prison Break movies.
Round 6. Toy Story or The Incredibles?
Ooh.
Listen, I'm not even going to say my answer because we already know my answer. So let's move on.
I love The Incredibles so much, but Toy Story, it's pretty much the it's pretty much the untouchable animated film for me. That's just me.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with that one.
I wonder what Tony thinks. Anyway.
So I guess all three of us agree Toy Story.
Yep. Yes. We all agree Toy Story pretty much. Round 7. Huh?
Yeah.
Sorry, what was Round 7. I'm going with Terminator 2 or Aliens. I'm going with Terminator 2. Just Terminator 2 has a lot more nostalgia for me, being honest. So, I'm going with T2.
Yeah.
What about you, W fan?
Aliens is a fantastic sequel, but I'm gonna go with Terminator 2 Judgment Day on this one.
Okay.
Definitely Terminator 2.
So we all agree?
Yes.
And the 8th. Okay, so in the 8th and final round.
Yeah, Mark, I am so sorry you're going to kill me, but I have not seen either, so I can't answer this.
Wow.
I know. I'm a disgrace to humanity.
So, Pulp Fiction or Django Unchained? Django Unchained.
Wait, you go first.
Okay. Django Unchained was great, fellas, but I think it's kind of overrated. I didn't think it was anywhere near as good as Inglourious Basterds, to be honest. But I'm going with Pulp Fiction as it's my second favorite movie ever. WWE fan? Oh, wait, you got into that, right?
Yeah.
I am
So-
going to have, and don't kill me, Mark, but I am going to have to go with Django Unchained.
Fair enough. Your opinion.
Because I am a big Western guy. But I also love Pulp Fiction, even though I haven't seen it in years.
Alrighty then. So we can stop the screen share now, of course.
Yes.
Okay, so thank you for that awesome game, Tony. Next question. What is a movie that you're ashamed to admit that you like? Oh, wait, I had an answer for that before. I forgot. Damn.
No, we haven't had that answer before.
Well, I pretty much thought of it before. Man, what was it? Maybe I'm ashamed to admit I like.
I'm going to have to say Batman Forever.
All of us like that movie, actually. It's not bad.
Yes. Yes. I have to agree with John. Batman Forever.
So there leaves just me to answer then. Man, what was it? I completely forgot. Let's see. Okay, Seed of Chucky. I'm going to be honest there.
All
That's
right.
a horror. Bride of Chucky. Halloween, the remake. The first remake.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I forgot. Daredevil, the 2003 film.
Yeah. Me too.
Director's
So,
cut.
yeah.
Yes.
And, of course, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Awesome.
Yes.
And that's pretty much it for me. If the one I had before comes back in my head, I'll say it. So, WWE fan, go ahead.
Like I said, I just said Batman Forever.
I like that movie too. I wouldn't say I'm ashamed to like it though, you know. But so any other ones?
And Daredevil. That's it.
Yep, same for me. Daredevil and Batman Forever.
And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yep.
Tadas.
Okay. Next question from Tony. What's your favorite WWE video game? I think WWE 2K16 will become my favorite. But for now, even though I don't actually have it, or I've actually played it, WWE 13. The roster, it's got the Attitude Era mode. It looks freaking amazing in my opinion. I gotta get that one day, hopefully. I know that's a pretty weird cheating type question, right?
No.
You know, since I haven't actually played it. Otherwise, for ones that I've actually played, SmackDown vs. Raw 07 or Here Comes the Pain.
Okay. Me, SmackDown Shut Your Mouth, fool. Love SmackDown Shut Your Mouth, so yeah.
So that's it?
Yes.
John?
For me, SmackDown vs. Raw 2007.
Awesome.
Definitely one of the best wrestling games I've played.
Alrighty. And we made it, guys. Final question for the entire Q&A from 22 Tiger Dude. What is the best thing about YouTube for you guys?
Making awesome friends.
Yes, the fans, the support, and the friends, that you make.
Same here. If you don't I'd have to agree with that. If you don't remember my tag video, I said that the videos were the best thing. Besides that, it'd be the friends and the fans.
Yes.
So we all.
Yes, definitely have to agree with that.
We made it, guys. So that's the end of the Q&A. Finally,
It was a long one.
really long one. How long do you think it's? How long do you think it's been, guys?
Holy moly, I think it's been like 4 hours.
Wow. So, and Homer Power just commented saying, thanks for answering my questions, guys, and that he'll give me, hopefully all of us, a shout out in his next video.
Awesome.
Very nice.
So, WWE fan man, I know you're tired, mate. Go ahead, mate.
Hey,
Thanks.
thank you for having me on the live Q&A. This was amazing. Congratulations once again on 400 subscribers. Thank you for letting me having me on the live Q&A, and we will see you all later. Peace.
So, John, see ya. Thanks for joining.
Congrats on the 400 subs, man. Much deserved to you. And thank you for allowing me to be part of your Q&A as well. It's been a long one. It's been fun, but I guess we're all got to call it a night. Sadly, I could go on for a few more hours, but yeah.
See ya.
See ya.